Okay, Marlo here with a bit of a preview of some of the things we're going to cover in the Pro Tools for Songwriters Level 1 course. We'll lay out some song form in this session. First we'll go to grid mode. You'll set the grid value at 1 bar. Click on the Show Grid Lines button. We've got some beats for the intro. We'll hold the Option key and click and drag some of these regions to extend the intro. I've got some files in this session already, so we'll go over to the regions list and we'll pull in another region for the verse. Then we'll hold the Option key and click and drag some of these regions from the intro over to extend the verse. Then we'll go back over here to the regions list and pull in a region for the beginning of the chorus. We'll grab a couple of these. Maybe Option drag this one to copy it. And we'll find one with a fill for the end of the chorus. Okay, now we'll go back over here to the verse. We'll click on the first region of the verse, and then we'll hold the Shift key so we can select more regions. Then we'll hold the Option key and click and drag these over to copy them for the second verse. And we'll do the same thing with the chorus. We'll hold the Shift key so we can select more than one region at a time. Then we'll hold the Option key and drag those regions over for the second chorus. Okay, so now we've got some regions for some sections. Before we go further, we'll go up to Pro Tools Preferences on the Operation page and make sure that the numeric keypad is in transport mode, so that when we click on the timeline, we can hit the Enter key on the numeric keypad to add a marker for the intro. Then as the song plays, we can continue to hit the Enter key to add markers wherever we need them. We'll do that for each section. Now we'll double click on these markers and give them names. Call that one verse 1. Chorus 1. Verse 2. Chorus 2. Not the most highly original arrangement, but it'll work for this demonstration. When we need to go to a section, we'll just click on its marker. You can also do that while the track plays. Another way to recall markers is to hit the decimal key and then a number and then the decimal key again. So if we wanted to call up marker 3, for example, we'd hit the decimal key, then 3, then the decimal key again. And of course we can do that while the track plays as well. If we wanted to call up marker say 5, we'd hit the decimal key, then 5, and then the decimal key again. So there's a good way to move around in the song. One of the features that's great in Pro Tools is the workspace. We go to the Window menu, call up the workspace. We'll get a window that shows all our hard drives. We'll select a hard drive and go to a folder that has some sounds we might want to use. And then one of the features that is great in this window is even if the audio file is not at the session tempo, we can click on this button here, which will cause the audio files to conform to the session tempo. then we can click on these speaker icons to audition the audio file at the session tempo. Let's say we wanted to take this piece for a fill. We might just grab it and drop it into the session right out of the workspace. Now maybe we wanted to take this fill and put it in place of one of these other fills. Let's say, for example, this fill going into the first chorus. I'm using the R and T keys to zoom in and out. R zooms out, T zooms in. So we'll zoom in a little bit and we'll go to this fill at the end of the first verse. Then we'll select the selector tool. Because the grid is on one bar, we can select whole bars with the selector tool. Now I might just delete that portion of that region and then hit R to zoom out again. And maybe I'll take this region with the fill over here. I'm hitting the escape key to toggle through the various tools. So I'll toggle to the grabber tool and I'll grab this region and drop it over here to replace the fill. That's probably going to sound completely different than the other drum. But that's the idea. So there are a few of the things that we're going to cover in the Pro Tools for Songwriters Level 1 course.